Okay.
Whatever, everybody. This is Slowjams4life back again with another episode of Love and R&B. And today's episode, we have a special guest. I know I say that all the time, but this person right here, she's a friend slash client of my girlfriend's, and
Yes.
her name, she goes by the name the Mac. And can you explain? Well, first off, thank you for joining us. And if you can just tell us your name, where you're from, and then we'll get into everything else.
Okay. So, um, thank you for inviting me on the stream. So, my name is Dion Shelton. I'm 35 and I'm from Pasadena.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so she's like I said, she's my girlfriend's friend slash client, and
Yes.
the reason the reason why she got on my radar is because my girl be looking at her Snapchat, Instagram story like literally every day, and then one time I just heard her, like I know her voice now, and I'm like, is
Yes,
that the
it's
Mac?
so crazy. It's so crazy. Andrea would be like, you're like a household voice in our house now. Like everyone just recognizes your voice. So, but yes, I like to so I love music for one, and R&B is like probably one of my favorite genres of music. So like I'm always on Instagram just talking about like crazy things like honestly, so if you follow me, you know what I'm talking about. Like it's just random. Like if it could be like anything, honestly, whatever is irritating me, I'm definitely putting it on my story.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah, it's
sure.
like it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. And like I've heard some of those rants before, and I'm like, man, like my girl be cracking up. So I was like, man, you think she would want to be on the show? And she was like, yeah, for sure. And she be telling me some of the stories and some of your think pieces and stuff. So you be knowing your stuff. So I'm glad that you
Yes, I'm telling you, like if music, if someone could test my DNA, I'm pretty sure music would be in there somewhere. Like
want.
for real, like I've just grown up listening to music. Like on the weekends with my mom and my dad, we used like they would go through like catalogs, and so when I mean like catalogs, like one weekend we would listen to like big band from like the 20s and 30s, and then another weekend we would listen to like Jimi Hendrix, and then like another weekend we would listen to like Tupac and Biggie, and so it's like all this music, and then sometimes we'd even listen to like Reba McEntire, like country and stuff like that. So like music is just a very very big part of my family and of my life. So like when she asked me if I would want to be a part of it, I was like, oh, duh, like of course, like I love talking. I love talking.
Yeah.
And two, I love talking about music. Like, I love it. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for coming on. And we're going to get into, hold on, let me turn my phone off real quick. All right, we're going to get into some questions. And I'm just going to ask you some questions. This is just about you. So don't feel like you need to say what I want to hear. This is about
Hmm.
you. Whatever comes to mind, be yourself. No filter, whatever, however you are in your story, I want you to bring that here. So, and I do have a disclaimer. It's the Wizzy Wow disclaimer. So if I ask you any questions that you don't want to answer, you don't feel comfortable, or you're scared to answer, you can just say Wizzy Wow, and then I'm gonna just go on to the next question.
Okay,
All
for
right.
sure.
All right, cool. So now the first thing I want to get into, like, what would you say is your sorry. What would you say is your favorite era of R&B?
Man, so honestly, it's such a niche. Like, I feel like when I describe it, people are going to be like, yeah, that era was dope. But I feel like people don't talk about it enough. But it's like the mixtape era of R&B. So it's like like 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, when like artists like Chris Brown, like Jeremiah, Miguel, they would like put out these mixtapes, and it would be like series, like for instance, like Jeremiah, he had the late night series before it was like his debut album. And like honestly, I feel like that's some of the best body of work that he's ever put out. Or like when the weekend first started, he had his trilogy series. That's like what really got him out there. Like honestly, chefs like Kiss, like honestly, like so that like era of R&B music, like it's like when Chris Brown was putting out like I think it was like Fan of a Fan and all these like all those mixtapes, and during that era, like yeah, so like yeah, that era is like my favorite for sure.
So was you like downloading music, or how did you get
Yeah,
like
definitely. Definitely like don't hate, but I was definitely illegally downloading. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
now I pay. Like I'm an adult now, so I pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back then, I definitely was on like LimeWire. I definitely was like downloading on like Dat Piff. Like honestly, Dat Piff before they ended it was like my go-to for all the mixtapes, whether it was like hip hop or R&B. So yeah, like I would definitely be downloading like illegally.
Yeah, I remember all that because I remember Dat Piff because I used to be a DJ back in the day. So Dat Piff for sure, Hot New Hip Hop, like all those websites where they have like all the
Yes. When
I
it was
remember
like
that.
underground still, like that era of R&B, I feel like was some like classic ass R&B. Like even though it's not like the golden era of R&B, I believe is like the 90s, like the late 80s, early 90s, all the way up into like the early 2000s. I feel like a lot of people could classify that like a golden era, but that era right there is where a lot of magic happened.
Yeah, yeah, I like that era. Yep.
Hmm.
It brings me back to my DJing days. So I didn't know that Jeremiah mixtape was out before his debut album though.
Yes, that's how he got Late Nights the album. Like it was a whole
Oh,
series. Like it had Late Nights 1, Late Nights 2, Late Nights
yeah, I
3.
didn't know that. I knew he had
Yes.
one late night. I can't remember what was on that one. But yeah, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yes, honestly, I still listen to the first Late Nights. It's so good.
mm, okay, yeah, I gotta go check that. Okay, so name three R&B albums that you would say mean the most to you.
Oh man. Okay. So like my first one is The Heat by Tony Braxton because when that album came out, like okay, so like I've always had a deep voice, right? So my mom was like, if you're gonna be a singer, you should try to sing like Tony Braxton. So I used to listen to a lot of Tony Braxton when I was younger, but it was always like my mom's like choice of music. I feel like when she put out The Heat, I like went to the CD store and like I purchased it with my own money. And so like that's like the album, like that's like one of my go-to Tony Braxton albums. And it's like I feel like it's such an iconic time in her career too, because like it just like pushes her to the front of R&B as this like super R&B diva. And like so that's like the first album. Like I still listen to that album to this day. The second album would probably be Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall.
Mm.
Just because like that album also I listened to a lot. Like I just liked like honestly like from start to finish that album is so great. Like honestly it's so good. Like just everything about that is like so good. And then the third one would have to be probably SZA's Control. Um, Mainly because like I feel like when I heard that album, I was like, yes, bitch, like you get it. Like, I don't know, for whatever reasons, like in that time in my life, me and that bitch was connecting. Like I was like, bitch, you get it. Like you get it so much. So like that album right there was like, it was like very and like it's not like your traditional sound of R&B. So like I also like artists that experiment in their sound and like, use different like drum beats and patterns and stuff like that. So I thought that album was very good and it was like a classic. Like obviously it's a classic, it's still I think it's still on the Billboard top 200. And then like I have an honorable mention, which I feel like gets mentioned a lot, but Ashanti's debut album,
Mhm.
that right there, like middle school me, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Ashanti fucking Douglas, okay? Like you could not tell me I wasn't Ashanti. Like from front to back, I still know all the lyrics. I still know all the tones, all the sounds. Like that album is really a really, really good one. Yeah.
Yeah, those some good albums. That's his album. I think that was like when she like arrived for most people.
Hmm.
Like that put her pretty much on the map, even though she had mixtapes out, but she was kind of slept on before then. But that album took her to a new level.
Yes,
And
definitely.
that Ashanti album, okay, I'm a quiz you on that album. That I like that Ashanti album too. I was a big Ashanti fan during that time.
Yes,
I
yes.
had
I feel like she's very sequential to like R&B during the early 2000s. Like,
yeah, I had posters on the wall and everything. Like Ashanti, I had an Ashanti shrine, like
okay.
everything. So I want to see, since you said you know that album front to back, I just want to see how well you know that album. So off the top of your head, name the songs on that album, just as many songs.
Okay, so let's see. There is Foolish. There is shit. Is it Happy? I believe Happy's
Yeah,
on there. Um, what else? Who else is on there? Um, was it Scared,
yeah,
Rescue,
yeah.
um, Thank You, what else is on there? Always on Time. I believe that song is on there.
Like shit.
Um,
Yep.
yes, that one. If You Were Me, that song. Um, what else? What other songs on there? Oh no, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, that's at least that's all I can remember for right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, yeah. And I just want to see. There was something new I was trying to see. I got to throw a curveball in. Okay, cool. So who would you say is like your current favorite artist, like modern?
So I really like so it depends. Honestly, I feel like it depends on what I want to listen to. But for right now, like I really like Tinashe. I like all the music she puts out. Like even though she's like a blend of like R&B and pop, and sometimes she leans more to the pop side. I do
Mm,
like her R&B music a lot. Like she was a part of that mixtape era that I'm talking about too. I like Summer Walker. Like I liked her second album, Still Over It. I really like that album. And then I like Brent Fayez. I think he's really cool. Like I saw him in concert, I believe in December, and he kind of like blew me away like with his vocals and like his stage presence and like how he put on his show and how like theatrical it was and like it was really cool. So like yeah,
mm.
I would say like those three. I like
Okay, yeah, that's
artists
you
too.
naming a lot of people I like. Tinashe, I used to be a big Tinashe fan as well.
See,
Like
you
I
know,
had,
because you know, like these
yeah,
are like I'm not lying. These people have good music.
yeah, I used to be heavy. Shit, my girl tell you, like I went to a bunch of Tinashe concerts. I got like 2 shirts with Tinashe. Not so much anymore. I got a
hmm
picture with Tinashe at the
Oh,
meet and
really?
greet.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So it's I think she's finally like kind of like getting her recognition now too, in a
Yes,
way. Like people
so
are
I
starting.
did see her performance at Coachella. Well, I wasn't at Coachella, but I watched the live stream of her performance, and I do say like she's like one of the artists that I really do respect, especially in this new age when you can just like have your song. Excuse me, I was getting ready to cuss. You can have your song playing in the background, and you can just like say every couple of words, like or like not say any words and just dance. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
many artists are like they can't do the whole thing, and I like think she's like one of the few artists that can do like the whole thing, and
yeah,
I respect that.
yeah. She dances too. Yep. So cool. All right. So name 3 R&B songs that you think nobody played more than you.
Oh man, so um, one would probably be "Love Language" by SZA. That's off her new album, SOS. I just when I heard that song, I just was like, "Oh my god, this is like such like old school R&B feeling." Like I just loved it and I just like played it over and over and over again. I think it was like one of my top songs on my Apple Replay when it came out. Um this another song is it's called 2 a.m. by an artist named Che Ikru. I hope I say that correctly. Hope I'm
Mm,
not butchering it. But that song right there, like the beat, like the bass, like just it makes every like it just hits so hard. Like we listen to it in the car, it's just like, oh my gosh, like this song is so good. Um and then probably um let's see. It's probably like Wanderer by Tinashe. Like
okay.
I listened to that song like so it's really pretty and it just like the lyrics in that song are like really nice to listen to. So it's like one of those songs where like if you want to like do your homework or you want to like chill or like you're just like, smoking, I don't know, but you're chilling, like that's one of those songs you put on and it's like it's really magical, it's really nice, like it's crazy.
What album was that one on? I don't
It
know
was
if
on
I.
her mixtape. It's called Amethyst. Like
Oh,
you'd have
okay.
to like
I gotta
you'd have to
revisit.
like find it on like YouTube or something. But
Yeah, I gotta revisit that one. Okay. Yeah. I'm
mhm.
not familiar with the second one. Shay Accru. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. I gotta
Yeah,
check.
it's a dude, and I don't even know where he's from. Like honestly, like I was riding with my homegirl one time, and she was playing the song, and I was like, "Bitch, what is this? Like I like this. Like I'm stealing this song from you," and it was a rap ever since.
Okay, so yeah, nobody played those songs more than her. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check those out. Okay.
hmm
All right. Um, okay. Name a song that you dedicated to the opposite sex before.
Bro, that reminds me of like middle school, high school days. But I feel like what song did I dedicate? So like back to my girl Ashanti. Like I think I dedicated um Things You Make Me Do by her featuring Robin Thicke. It's on her Declaration album. I think I dedicated that to like my ex because it's like a little freaky song or whatever,
I like that song.
So, um, so so I was, like just trying to like, set the mood, set the tone, whatever. But like that song is a really good song. Um, yeah, I think that's like one of the songs I've dedicated to somebody.
Yeah, we got to bring that back. The dedications. I was trying to do that on my page actually. Like
Yeah,
have
I
that
think that's
dedication.
honestly, I think that's so funny because like you have to like I don't know, like you can't just like pick a song from today. You have to like go back and
Mhm.
think like where were you at in that time where you were dedicating songs.
Yeah, yeah, I like that song. That album was underrated, by the way, by Ashanti.
So underrated. I feel like because everybody was like moving in a different way that they slept on the album, but that album was fire. I
Yeah,
was
that
like, what the hell?
that might be my either second or third favorite album by her. Like
Really? What's your
the,
first?
the first is the debut, of course, and
Okay.
then it might be that Declaration or Chapter Two. I'm not sure. It might be Declaration because I like pretty
Really?
much all the songs on
What
there.
about Concrete Rose?
Wait, I might be getting them mixed up.
Because I
Uh,
think you might be like, because chapter two was cool. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Like,
it
it
has some
got
cool
Sweet
on it.
Baby on there. Like, that's my shit. But Concrete Rose,
Oh
that was,
yeah, Concrete Rose is cool, but yeah, it got some songs on there. I didn't. Yeah, I definitely like Declaration more
mm,
because it had Indie Streets on there. Uh,
yes.
that was mine. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else I got for you. All right. Name an R&B song that makes you emotional when you hear it. Do you have any?
Mm, man, like it doesn't matter what kind of emotion or like, are you talking about
No,
like
it don't
crying?
really matter. I was thinking when I wrote the question, I was thinking more like sad, but it don't really matter.
Okay, so like a song that makes me like I'm not gonna say it makes me feel sad, but it makes me feel very present in
Mm,
the moment and like and just being more aware of like where I'm at in life is I Was Here by Beyonce. Like um I think out of all her discography, four is probably like my most favorite because I feel like I just connected to where she was at, I guess sonically in her journey, or artistic journey. But like yeah, like four has some of my favorite Beyonce songs on there, and I Was Here is like one of those songs where it's just like it just makes you feel very like emotional and present and thankful, honestly. Like it doesn't make me feel sad or whatever. It just makes me feel like gratitude for growth, gratitude for like still being here. Cause I think when that album came out, it was a bad summer. Like a couple of my friends had died
mm.
due to gang violence. So it was just like a very not good time in my life. And that album was like there to like kind of like cradle me when I was like not feeling so great. So like yeah, that's one song. And then there's another song. It's an older song. It's called Sparkling in the Sand by Tower of Power. And when I say like magical, like take you on a journey, like ride type song, that is that song. Like I feel like out of all the OG player songs, like you can like put on and be like, yeah, that's that shit. Like
Mm.
that song right there is like, yeah, that's that shit. Like,
I don't think I heard that one. Well,
what?
who's
Oh my
it?
gosh, you. So like, I think I want to say they're like a Chicano band. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, they're like Chicano and black, but like they have some really like they have like some really like OG like gangster, like not gangster, but like it's like OG. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like just like an OG. Like if you knew like an OG, like that's like one of those type of songs. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to check that out. Yeah, you putting me on. I
it's
never heard
really
it.
good. Like it's a good song. I love
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. So name an R&B artist that you think be doing too much.
Like okay, like so like too much like in singing or too much
Just
like
like
in
anything like
personal life.
singing, personal life, whatever you like, man. He's just doing too much right now. Or he or she. Do you know?
Um, so I would say so like I love Summer Walker, right? Like I love her, but I feel like sometimes that like ghetto baby mama like aesthetic is a little too much for me. Mainly because like outside of our culture, like in black culture, we accept that I guess that um like that identity. I guess we accept that identity, right? Like we all know someone who's like a ghetto baby mama or whatever, whatever. We accept that identity, but like in the grand scheme of things, that's like something that so the rest of society kind of judges us negatively against. And I'm all for like standing in your truth and like representing yourself as a person, but sometimes I feel like there's a time and place for everything. And like sometimes just that overtly like ghetto baby mama thing is like to me it's doing too much. Like some other people might be okay with it, but like for me that's doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So this is if you had to assemble a group with your four least favorite singers, who would be in that group?
Four least favorite singers. Um, it could be male or female.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any. If you don't have any, then that's fine.
No, okay. So I feel like I feel like Keith Sweat. No shade, Keith. I love you, but like all that, I'm not a beggar and I'm not a whiner. I don't really like that. Um, then I would say um, Queen Naija. Again, no shade.
You don't like her?
I just I feel like if you go to church, she sings like every light skinned girl who go to church and sing in the choir. That's just
Mm.
me. That's just me. No shade, girl. Do you? Okay. Um, so yeah, Keith Sweat, Queen Naija, um, Eric Bellinger. Unfortunately, I feel like he writes really well.
Mm.
I don't necessarily like his singing voice. Um, and then my girl Seven Streeter, again, no shade.
Eh.
I just don't like her. I just don't like sometimes the tone of her voice, but I do think she's very talented. Like her pen is like honestly, all these and like you can't even call that like a bad list because all those people are still very talented writers.
Mm.
Like I feel like still very talented in their artistry. I just personally they're not my sound. So I would say them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like I didn't really, I was just trying to think of right now as you were doing it, like who would I have in that? And off top, it's this new guy. His name is Four Bats. Are you
Oh my
familiar with
god. So why did I go to sleep listening to
this
his little
album?
album, mixtape, whatever he dropped? Because everybody was like, "Oh, he's up next, he's up next," and he had that song that was like viral on TikTok or
Hmm.
whatever. So
Yeah,
I listened to it and I was like,
yeah. He would definitely be in mines. Uh, I want to put. I'm tempted to put Mariah the Scientist in there,
"Oh my
but
god,
she do
hashtag."
have like a few songs that I like. But
I think the song "Spread Thin." I think that's one of her most popular songs.
yeah, I like that one. And she has a one called Out of Luck. But when I listen to her whole album, I'm like, man, I don't know.
It's
Like,
boring, right? No
you know,
shade, girl.
there's just a vocal. I don't know. Like, I'm not a singer, but it
It,
was a
it
tough.
gives talent show, like it gives like middle school talent show. Like
It
I'm not
was
even
tough
gonna lie
to
to
get
you, no
through.
shade, girl. But like I respect her. It's hard to get up there and sing in front of everybody, whatever. But
Mm,
a vocal coach is always your best friend, in my
yeah.
opinion.
But like I say, she has a devoted fan base because people be showing up and going to those
Yeah,
concerts.
honestly, a fan base will make or break you as an artist nowadays. It's really not about your talent. It's really
Yeah,
about who's buying your merch out there, buying tickets to your shows,
yeah,
um, you know, buying the songs when it drop. So
yeah.
yeah, I
So
respect that.
no shade to all these people, but these are that's just my least favorite right at the moment, and these are hers. And yeah. Okay, so last question I got for you. Um, so what does R&B mean to you?
Oh man. It means I feel like R&B is like love. I don't even know how to explain it. Like when you hear like a song, whether it's a love song, a breakup song, it could be a happy R&B song, it could be an R&B song talking about life, you know what I mean? Like there's just something about it that just like touches your heart, and at least for me, that touches your soul, you know what I mean? It's not like like, and that's a little bit why I don't really like today's R&B music, because I feel like it's a little soulless. But when I do think of R&B music, I think of like something like a warm, like love. I feel like it's deep. I feel like it's very rich. I feel like it's very like not emotional, but like I don't know how else to say it, but it's like very like it's very powerful. I
Mhm.
think, and a lot you can like I feel like it's very like you can just touch and reach a lot of people with your music. And I feel like if you have like the gift of having a voice to sing such beautiful notes and beautiful melodies, it's like it's a power. So like yeah, I just think it's a like very like soul searching, touching. I don't know.
Okay.
I,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. I'm gonna ask that question to people. I just want to see where they go with it. Like just a general question. So
Hmm.
that's why I asked that. Okay, now I want to ask you about we talked about Tony Braxton a little bit earlier.
Hmm.
So what would you say is her best song?
She's like, and I know she's gonna be like, "Ew, girl, you could have picked a better song," but "Unbreak My Heart,"
Unbreak My Heart? Why that one?
with 100%, without a doubt, like that song is so beautiful. It's so beautifully written. It is so beautifully sung. I feel like there was no other artist that could have sung that song the way she did to like get that message across. Like I literally like, watching the video when I was a little girl, I literally thought her and Tyson Beckford were like in a relationship and he died in a motorcycle accident. Like it's just like it's a very I don't know, just that song is very cinematic,
Hmm.
and it's very just a very great showcase of her range and her vocal ability. Um, but like also there's other songs too, like but I feel like that one, yeah.
Yeah, that was the big record. It seemed like people don't really like it like that though. Like when I post it on the page, people don't really they like it, but it's like an afterthought almost. But it
What?
yeah, like people don't really like it's just like I don't know. It's hard to like a bunch of songs I post, people will be like, hmm. Like I get that with Beyonce when I post Beyonce, like certain songs that I think are like big and people would like, they'd be like, you know.
Well, I think so. Maybe they consider that. Maybe they don't consider that song R&B. Maybe they consider that more of like a pop ballad. So maybe that's why they don't connect with it. But because I think it could be considered both. Like I could consider "Unbreak My Heart" like a pop song, because you do hear it on pop radio. Like you hear it on like 104.3 and radio stations like that. But like vocally, I do think it's an R&B song, and I think lyrically it's an R&B song, and the way she sang it is just really beautiful. Like, but there's other songs. Like I do think like I think her first album, like the song "Just Another Sad Love Song," that's like a really good song. Um, and from my favorite album, I believe like there's a song on there called "Maybe," right? And like it is her take, because it's produced by Dark Child, which is also my one of my favorite R&B producers outside of like Brian Michael Cox. Um, and other people like that. It's called Maybe, and I feel like that is just another side of Toni Braxton that you don't see. It's like she's kind of doing this like rap singing type vibe, and it's like it's very sensual and it's very seductive, and the topics that she's talking about very risque for Toni, and so like um yeah, but like I feel like to showcase her true talent and vocal ability, it will be Unbreak My Heart.
Yeah, yeah, I like that song. Yeah, I like that song. Okay. Now let's do this or that round. So this is
Okay.
where I'm gonna give you a couple of options and then you just tell me which one you like best. All
Hmm.
right. All right, so let's start off with Ari Lennox or SZA.
Oh my god, why you gonna do me like that?
You like both of them?
I do, but I'm probably gonna have to go with my girl SZA, just because I do listen to SZA's music more. But I love Ari Lennox. Like she's so beautiful and she's so talented, and I love her. And if I'm ever at a show and somebody think they're gonna throw something at her, I will punch you in the fucking face. Excuse my language. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love Ari. But yeah, I would choose SZA though.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go. Uh, yeah, I think I'll go SZA right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, Anthony Hamilton or Raheem Devine?
Sheesh. I feel like I'm gonna have to say Raheem Devon, only because like I love Anthony Hamilton, but only because like that man, like, and I emphasize that man, he can sing like his falsetto beautiful, like an angel. Like there are just some things that like when you have a gift from God, there's like a vocal ability. It's like some of those things you cannot duplicate and you cannot like replicate. And so yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with Raheem, even though I love Anthony Hamilton and I probably listen to Anthony Hamilton's music more. But yeah, Raheem.
Yeah,
Raheem.
I think Raheem, he's one of those that's underrated. Like even today, like he's
Yeah,
been consistently putting out great albums, and he don't really get talked about a
it's
lot, like he
crazy.
should. Yeah, like he should.
Yeah, let's give him his flowers. Like
Yeah,
he,
for sure. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else I got for you. All right, Janae Eiko or Summer Walker.
damn. I'm probably gonna go with Janae. I mean, I love Summer, but like Janae, that's my girl. Like she's also a part of that mixtape R&B era that I was talking about earlier. Her first like the was it Sailing Souls and Sold Out, those mixtapes, I feel like that was some of the best like R&B music that I've heard in a very long time. And I just think that like her writing ability is crazy. um I think that her singing ability is also really good. Like I just, there's something about like toxic R&B that I love. And like I know they be like Brent Fayez is toxic or whatever, but like Janae, she's like OG queen toxic R&B. Like I'm riding around checking to see if my nigga's at home. If he's not at home, he's gonna slash his tires, bitch. Like so
Mm,
yeah, I'm happy to go with my bitch Janae. Yeah.
okay. Okay. All right. Let me see. Oh, damn. I think I kind of know where you're going to go with this one. So I got to switch it up on the spot. Okay. Because I was going to ask you about Eric Bellinger, but since you put him in your least favorite, I'm not
Oh
going to ask you.
no.
So I'll ask you, so Jeremiah or Tory Lanez? Mhm.
um, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna go like damn. There's this one song Tory Lane's got. I think it's called The Initiation, and like it was like came out like maybe like 2012, 2013, and that is probably like one of my favorite Tory Lane songs. But um he's very talented too. Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm gonna have to go with Jeremiah because I think I like the way he sings better.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
Tory Lanez use a little bit too much auto tune for me. But
Yeah.
I do, yeah. But I do. I'm not gonna say he's definitely talented, and like that whole chicks tape. Like again, that
Mhm.
mix. I'm telling you, that mixtape era of R&B was where it was at. Like the chicks tapes, crazy. Like I think I just yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a feeling he was going to pick Jeremiah. But originally it was going to be Jeremiah or Eric Bellinger. But
Oh yeah, I
both.
definitely still would have took. I still, but even though I'm not gonna lie, Eric Bellinger mixtape era went crazy. Like
Mhm.
the Choose Up season, that whole era was crazy.
Yeah. He got a lot of bangers. Yeah. Eric
He do,
Bellinger.
and he write good too.
Mhm.
Shout out to Chris Brown.
Yep. Okay. So now I want to play this game I got. It's called R&B ABCs.
Oh snap!
So so basically the way this works is we're gonna start at A, and then I want to see how far down the alphabet we can get with just naming R&B artists or a group.
Okay.
So if I say A, then you got to give me an artist slash R&B group that starts with A.
Oh shit.
So you can say Aaliyah or whoever you want to say.
Okay.
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 All right. You ready to play? And
Hmm.
I'm gonna count off like 5 seconds in my head. So if you get stumped, you know.
Ooh, okay.
All right. No pressure. Just want to see. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ready? All right. A.
Hmm. So Anita Baker.
Okay. B.
I'm gonna go with Brent Fayez.
Okay. C.
CeeLo Green.
I don't know if it would be
Is he
R&B.
not R&B?
No, I wouldn't put him in R&B. I
Is
would
he
put
a
him in rap.
rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Okay, let me try that again. C. Okay. Case.
Okay.
Duh. Where the fuck
D.
CeeLo come from? You know what? Case.
Okay. Who you got for D?
D'Angelo.
E.
Um. E, 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 e. Oh my gosh. Um.
All right. That's it.
Oh,
Well,
In Vogue. Oh shit.
no,
Sorry.
too late.
Damn.
No,
Damn.
you could have
Damn.
said Eric Bellinger.
I
We
could
would
have,
put-
but I was trying to like run down. Damn.
okay, nah, we'll take that.
That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, I just be wanting to see how far. I don't think you're in last place, by the way.
Okay, yay.
Yeah, I think the furthest somebody went was like, I want to say like L maybe. So
L.
yeah, nobody made it to the end yet. But
Okay, well that's
I haven't posted it on the page yet because I want to kind of do a lot of them before I
yeah,
post it on the page.
definitely.
Because people are gonna start preparing and studying once I
Yeah, you
post
can't be
it.
doing. You gotta catch them off guard.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I got for the love and R&B questions. And
Yay!
yeah, before I end it, I want to give you the opportunity to, well, first, thank you for doing this. And then I want to give you the opportunity to say, promote whatever it is you want to say, that this is your 10 seconds of
Oh, like oh my
spotlight.
elevator speech. Yay!
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I don't have nothing. I really don't have nothing to promote. But um, if you ever need to get your hair done, you need to hit up Andrea. Okay, I think her Instagram is
Okay.
Dollface Drea. Yeah, you definitely need to go there. Okay, because this color, this from the scalp color, her.
Yeah, for
Her.
sure. Yeah.
Anytime you see my hair braided, her. Okay. Anytime you see it straight, her. So that's where you definitely need to go. Get your hair done for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And all right, so I'm gonna end it with my famous Wizzy Wow send off. So I'm gonna say sign off saying Wizzy Wow, and I'm gonna need you to sign off after me saying Wizzy Wow, however you want to incorporate it. And then we're
Okie
just gonna end it like that.
dokie.
All right. So this is Slowjams4life. It's been another episode of Love and R&B. Wizzy Wow. That's it, man.
Wizzy wow.
Wizzy Wow. All right, let me see. So hold on. Let me see this.